How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crypto Clout. We are, in fact, doing a Bitcoin giveaway on this channel, so if you would like to have a chance to win zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and, of course, comment your Bitcoin wallet address down below, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win zero point 0.1 Bitcoin. And we will actually be announcing the winner on Friday. So all you have to do is make sure that you're a loyal subscriber, and you'll be qualified to win. And good luck, everybody. Stay tuned for the announcement on Friday. But for now, we are talking about Tron Trx, and there are a lot of really interesting developments that are happening with Tron. We are within the 24-hour time frame now, where Mainnet is soon to happen, and currently we're looking at a lot of red in the cryptocurrency space, and I'm sure that it has a lot of people worried because certainly if we continue to see a crash like we were seeing earlier this week, with everything taking a hit down into the red, how is it even going to be possible for Tron to skyrocket, go to the moon? Certainly we are seeing it'll have a negative effect on it to some degree if Bitcoin continues to move the way that it has. But of course, every cryptocurrency that belongs to this space is subject to being affected by the global trends, and ultimately what's going to happen is when it comes down to each of these technologies individually, they stand on their own merits. So when something happens to cryptocurrency in total, sure, we might see a dip in specific, in basically across the board. We could see everything in the red, almost like we're seeing right now, but worse. So Tron is really making very essential developments in respect to the future of the decentralized internet, and this is ultimately going to work in the interests of anybody who's aligned themselves with the interests of cryptocurrency, and how this sort of decentralized media is going to change the game. It's going to be very exciting to see how these various different platforms essentially shift the way that society operates and consumes media, because currently we've been seeing all of these old giants who were the media providing choice for the public essentially falling and crumbling. YouTube's been having problems lately with their notifications, and of course Facebook's been having problems. You can see it all over the news, and there's really an opening coming up for technology that leverages the potential that's made available by cryptocurrency. And essentially I think Tron really could be the one. Essentially, when we're moving forward into this next level of technology, a huge paradigm shift is taking place, and it's really opening up a lot of opportunities for these technologies to really leverage the potential that's made available by cryptocurrency in this new paradigm. I think that Tron definitely has the ability to pull itself up by its bootstraps, and certainly Tron is one of those technologies that's moving forward in an interesting way. So when it comes to May 31st, if we don't see the full development and the upward trend in Tron's technology right as soon as the mainnet happens, as Tron continues to live out its life and develop, certainly there's opportunities for Tron to see that growth when the market starts to recover in totality. What I like to notice is when we see the market going down. Earlier it was at 300. This week actually the market was down, you guys remember, and everything was in the red, and there were people who were panicking, and of course this is why we stress the importance of doing your own research when it comes to these technologies. It's always very important to do your own research and come to your own conclusions, because at the end of the day you can't rely on any YouTuber to make your decisions for you. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice. This content is for educational entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer, I'm not your dad, all that. But yeah, ultimately in my opinion, I would say that Tron does have an interesting future ahead of it, especially paying attention to Tron for the next 24 hours is going to be very exciting. But we've also pointed out in previous videos the fact that it's going to be those first few days of June when we really witness the full effects of mainnet. When it comes to these things, it's pretty much going to be a 48-hour time frame from 12 o'clock tonight, and we'll start to see various different changes that are being implemented. And looking at the different news articles regarding Tron, that Tron is definitely one of those technologies in the crypto space that has one of the strongest communities that I've noticed, and it seems as if the desire for a decentralized media platform is very palpable, especially in the current climate of the internet, where we're seeing these big companies like Facebook and Google, who at one time were dominant in the space and still are to a large extent. However, we're reaching the next level of this paradigm shift where more decentralized media platforms are going to start challenging the old behemoths, because what's ultimately made possible by cryptocurrency is being leveraged by these technologies. And I'm very excited in seeing where Tron's willing to go. So I would say that seeing Tron at this 6-cent evaluation, it's not going to last very long. We'll probably be seeing Tron moving up in value. In my prediction, as we continue to move forward, I would say that 10 cents is well within a realm of possibility in June of 2018. And as we continue to see Tron developing, the technology, well, really the sky is the limit when it comes to these sort of things. And of course, I'd recommend that everybody go and follow Tron on their official verified Twitter account. And of course, make sure that you follow the founder, Justin Sun, on his official Twitter account as well, just so that you could stay up to date regarding all the different developments that are happening involving this technology. And of course, I will be including a link to my new Twitter down in the description below. We're actually using this Twitter now at CryptoClout2. It's I'll include the link to it in the description, like I said. So if any of you are interested in giving feedback, different things that you'd like for us to cover, we're all ears, always interested in hearing different people's opinions. I think in the world of cryptocurrency, knowledge is definitely power, and especially at this stage in the game when we're so early in respect to where these technologies have to go as far as the future that's ahead of them. A lot of exciting things coming in store for these technologies, and especially Tron being at that number 10 position as things currently stand. I would say that there's a lot of potential in store for Tron to really raise itself up and perhaps even occupy that top 7 position, maybe even a top 5. As if I were to be so bold, I would say that Tron definitely does have that potential long term. So when I look into this technology, my analysis of Tron is fundamentally data driven. I find that it's important to maintain a perspective that's analytical by nature, and I think that it's important to look at the team that's working on the technology as well. I think Tron definitely does have a very hard working team behind it, and ultimately it's going to be a very promising mainnet launch, I'm predicting. And I think that even if the market continues to act negatively, ultimately in the long term, cryptocurrency is a very volatile space. So of course, we're going to have tough skin. Obviously the mainnet launch isn't going to be the ultimate solution, you know, the end all be all. There's always going to be ups and downs in cryptocurrency. So of course, take that as a warning. It's not all, you know, sunshine and rainbows when it comes to this sort of thing, but it is a very rewarding space. So, and for those of us who've been involved with cryptocurrency for any amount of years, we've seen it develop and come a long way in such a short amount of time. And it's really proven itself to have that potential to really have that ability to move forward in a big way as things continue to move forward in respect to the totality of all these different technologies and the potential that's made available by them as we continue to move forward and see this space develop, and we see the various different potential as made available by these technologies respectively. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this content. Remember to subscribe and of course comment down below, including your Bitcoin wallet address, so that you are entered for a chance to win. And of course, remember, you have to be a subscriber to qualify to win the giveaway. And all that being said, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow, and the rest of the week involving Tron should be very exciting. So all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this content, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. internet, and it's very exciting to see how we've been making such fast movements forward, and Tron is really leading the way when it comes to a lot of these initiatives. I think that Tron's definitely building up a community of conscious people who are really paying attention to the various different variables as they've compiled and come to result in where we are currently. So when it comes to seeing how Tron's ultimately going to act in respect to the totality of the potential, I'm definitely excited to see how things are going to move forward.